Right, guys, here's exactly how I would get to 10K a month as quick as humanly possible if someone forced me to try again. This is the strategy I'll use. I'll tell you what not to do and all the mistakes that I made that I wouldn't make again. Let's get to it. This is a screenshot of the first massive day I had, and you can see I made $9,000. And my account was at like 13K. So this is exactly what I would do. And this is a little sneak peek of the strategy that I would trade. And it's very simple. So let's get to it, right? So a little update on the road to $2 million, aka why you should listen to me. Because I'm up 500K for the year now. Now, for the past couple of days, it's been pretty slow, I can't lie. But overall, we have a nice exponential trend up. So I'm really happy about this, right? Strategy is going well, it's clearly working. I'm pretty happy. So let's first talk about the things that you shouldn't do. Okay, when I read some of these things, I genuinely act like this guy over here. Like I literally just face palm. Like, what are you guys doing? The first most common thing, and this is a trend nowadays, is prop firms. I can't stress this enough. Prop firms are literally a scam. They're out there to get you. Like, I know it sounds amazing, right? Oh, I spend $50, I get like a 100K account, and I'm gonna be rich. But you have to read the fine print at the bottom. And at the bottom, the fine print says that you're gonna have profit splits, you're gonna have delayed payouts, and that's after you somehow pass the challenge. What if you don't pass the challenge? And many of you are not gonna pass the challenge. Because why? Because you have drawdown limits, you have consistency rules, you have all these garbage rules that they just make up. It's literally designed for you to fail. So you just continue trying to get new passes and trying to get new evaluation courses. That's literally it. They don't care about you. And think about it like this: once you do get it, what do you get? Like a 70% split? Like it's a scam. It's literally a scam. Like any strategy, no matter how good or bad it is, it's not gonna have a 100% win rate. It just really isn't. So if you trade a very good strategy which has like a 75-80% win rate, but you fail the challenge because they said, oh, you have to get 5 wins in a row, what type of bullshit is this? Prop firms are literally the stupidest thing. Don't even try, bro. You're just gonna waste all of your money. I'm telling you right now. The next thing you should not get into is this entire options, futures, forex type of world. And there's one main reason, and that is leverage. Now, leverage is something that you do not want to play with. A lot of people think that, oh, I only have $2,000. If I take 10x leverage, then I'll finally be able to be profitable. It's like, that's not how it works. If you cannot be profitable with $2,000, there's no chance in hell that you'll be profitable with $20,000. The amount of money you trade with does not dictate your profitability. It really doesn't. Like, I could literally scale down my account to like $1,000 and I would still be profitable, because profitability depends on the strategy you trade, your skill, your psychology, all these different things. It has nothing to do with the amount of leverage you use. It really doesn't. So, with that being said, what are you supposed to focus on? What should you do? The answer is small caps. This fixes all the problems that we just talked about. There's no profit splitting, there's no leverage, like there's no losing 90% of your money in a day because your options trade went wrong. There's none of that. This solves all the issues. So let's talk about the 10K strat. What strategy would I use to get to 10K as soon as possible? This is exactly what it is. The first thing I do is I find volatile stocks. This is the thing I was talking about, the small caps. This is exactly what I find. And I'll teach you how to find them. Next thing I do is I wait for a little dip, then I buy, sell, and then repeat. That's literally it. That's it. You find stocks that are doing amazing, they start going up, they dip for a little bit, and then as soon as they start going back up, you enter. And then it go up, 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 and you want to sell over here. And just repeat that every day. Don't change strategies. Don't go trading crypto one day and then no. Just stick to the same strategy. Like literally switch your brain off for the next year and just stick to the same strategy. That's literally what I do. So, like I said, the first thing is we have to find these small cap stocks. The way you do it is you look to something called a gap scanner, right? Now you can set this up, you can find the gap scanner, and you'll see something like this, right? Where you have ticker symbols on the left and you have all the gap percentages on the right. This is literally the sauce, because this tells you what stocks are doing amazing and which ones you should trade. You're only going to be trading these gappers. That's it. And that's how you find them, with a scanner. Now, how do you set up the scanner? I have my free scanner guide, right? So this shows you exactly how to find these stocks. This is exactly what I do. So I'll literally teach you my scanner settings inside the guide. So click the first link in the description to go check it out. It's like a 3-4 minute video. It tells you exactly how to set it up. Check it out. Now the second step is the chart pattern. Remember when I said that we just need to wait for a dip, right? So the stock starts going up, we wait for a little dip. As soon as it starts going back up, we buy it and then it goes up. This is exactly what it looks like. You see how similar these two things are? We're just gonna wait for a little dip. Once it starts going right back up, that's when we enter, keep squeezing, and that's it. That's the entire idea. Now this is what the chart pattern looks like. It's called the bull flag. I talk about it literally every single one of my videos. Like I'm actually getting tired of talking about it because it's that fucking good. And this is exactly what it looks like in a perfect world. But now let's look at it in like a real life example. So this stock on the left, we can see it's kind of going sideways, right? 2 red candles in a row, it's going sideways. This line over here is very important. Keep an eye on it. It's called VWAP. So we can see it's below VWAP right now. That's not really good. I want it to be above VWAP. So let's wait a couple of minutes and let's see what happens. Next, boom, it goes up. So the first thing I said was I wanted to go above VWAP. That's exactly what it did. So you see how these 2 candles are perfectly like these 2 candles? So this is perfect. Now all I need to do is I need to wait for a little dip. Let's see what happens. Boom, we got the little dip. Now one thing these are some extra benefits, or not benefits, but these are some extra points to kind of consider, right? Look at the volume on these 2 dips. They're very low and they're decreasing. This is a very good sign. Another very good sign is you can see the dips are being bought back up from VWAP. So now the stock is starting to find support on VWAP. This is great. You see how like we're combining different technical analysis points into one? I'm keeping it very simple. Okay, I'm keeping it as simple as possible. The next thing I need is for the next candle to open. When the next candle opens, I want it to break the previous one's high. So as soon as this green candle opens, right, and it breaks this one's high, that's when I want to be entering the stock. So let's see what happens. Boom. That's exactly what it does. Look how similar these two patterns are. As soon as it breaks this high over here, that's when I want to be entering. And then boom, you can see it squeezes up. And then it keeps going up and up and up and up, and it's an amazing trade. These trades happen every single week. You're gonna find these every single week. You're gonna spot them in real time, and you're gonna find out that they work a lot of the time because it's a very common sense pattern. You know, we're not dealing with complicated strategies, all this is garbage. It's a very simple pattern. Now, the third thing is obviously to take profit. When do you sell? Now, the one key word that you have to remember is resistance. You want to be selling once you see some resistance. For this specific stock, you can see that there's pretty clear resistance. Like this is what we call a topping tail or top wick, whatever you want to call it. All it tells you is that the stock opened up, it went up all the way to the top, and then before the candle closed, it shot all the way down. So this tells you there's a lot of indecision, there's a lot of sellers. You don't want to be holding the stock anymore because there's just too much uncertainty. You saw how clean this move was once we entered right over here, and you see how clean it was all the way to the top. That's the moves we want to be taking. We don't want to be holding the stock when it's doing this. So when you see a lot of resistance, that's when I personally would immediately sell. Now from this one trade, I made 13K. Obviously my results are not typical, but that doesn't mean they're not possible. That doesn't mean that you can't do the same thing. It's a very simple pattern. It's just literally common sense. There's no leverage or any of this other risky stuff. And this is exactly what I do to get to 10K. And this took 7 minutes, guys. This is like the 1 minute time frame. This took literally 7 minutes. You don't even need to be trading for 2, 3, 5 hours a day. Your eyes are like stinging because you're looking at the screen. Like most days I trade for like what, 30, 45 minutes, that's it. Like this is really all you need. So let's go through like the blueprint. Couple of notes. The first thing I'd say again is just don't even bother with leverage. I know it's tempting. You see all these stupid brokers to tell you, guys, you can have 300 to 1 leverage. Like, come on. Like, just don't do this. Do not do this. I'm telling you right now, you're going to lose more money than you're going to make. Even at my level, even though I'm making all this money, I still don't use leverage because there's no need. There's no need for that extra risk. Now, you should start with small, consistent wins. This is such a big point that I wish someone would have told me when I was just starting out, because when you're a beginner, you just want to have massive trades. But what you should actually do is just focus on little, consistent wins. Because, like, bro, your brain, it feels so good once you know that, yeah, yesterday I made a win. Even if it was like a tiny win, you made like $20, it doesn't matter. Your brain is in a positive mindset. You're like, yeah, I made some money yesterday. I'm profitable yesterday. It feels super good. And that carries on to the next day. And if you're profitable again, it carries on to the next day. But if you're aiming for these big home runs and you're losing money, you're making money, you're gonna constantly just be like a roller coaster of emotion. You're just gonna be terrible. And then what are you gonna do? You're gonna switch strategies. You're gonna start trading some random strategy. You can start trading this. It's gonna be a mess. So start with small, consistent wins. That's really the key. And then you can scale up. Once you start being very consistent, then you can scale up. By all means, scale up. And the last thing I'd say, this is a very boring point. Nobody does this, but the people who do, they're the ones that improve the fastest. And it's to review every trade. Even till this day, I'm reviewing all of my trades because it's that important. Because what happens is when you make a mistake, and you're gonna learn a hell of a lot more from your mistakes than you are with your wins. When you make a mistake mentally, you're like, I shouldn't buy when I see a top wick, or I shouldn't buy at this level. Okay, I'll keep that in mind. And then for the next 6 months, for the next year, every time you see a similar setup that would have lost you money, you're like, no, I'm not gonna take that. Because I told myself in that one review that I made that I shouldn't take these setups. It's literally amazing. It's like you're improving 1% a day, 1% a day. That's the key. That's literally the key. The last thing I'll say is if you're not already inside the community, join the community. This isn't some random signals group where I'm like, hey guys, buy this stock, sell this stock. Like, this is not that. Like, if you actually want to learn a strategy that works, like you want to learn it, this is the place to do it. This is where I literally trade every single day. I trade the same strategies you guys. Like, I'm scrolling through the win section. Look at all these wins that these people are making. I can go on literally forever. Because these people are trading the same strategy that I just taught you. What you do get is a watch list. So this is where I tell you the stocks that I'm watching. I don't say, hey guys, I'm buying this now, sell this in 20 minutes. No, this is just the stocks that I'm watching. So if you want to learn how to trade stocks profitably, this is the best way to do it. You also get live trades. So remember when I said I review all of my trades? This is where I do it. Every single day, no matter if it's a no trade day, no matter if I made 13K, no matter if I made 3K or I lost money, whatever, it's all in here. You get that inside the community. So to join the community, email me at thedracoroom@gmail.com. I'm going to be raising the price every 10 members. So if you want to join, now is the best time. Learn the strategy, be consistent, switch your brain off. Don't stop switching strategies every week. Like just stop that. Stop using leverage. Just focus on a strategy that works. Stick to it, review all of your trades. And that's the way to actually get profitable. I like to literally tell you the real stuff. I don't like to waste your time and tell you like, hey guys, use 300 to 1 leverage and then you'll make money. Like this is the real stuff. And I know it sounds boring, I know it's unconventional, but this is what's actually gonna get you results. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Subscribe.